So there are 3 steps to this formula. Are you ready to dig in? Awesome. These are easy. These are easy. I promise if you use them, they will work for you too. So the first step is to choose to trust. Choose to trust. Notice I did not use the word earn trust. So why not? What's the difference? Choose trust, earn trust. Choose trust, earn trust. What do you think? What do you typically do? Earn trust? How many of us are earn trust mindsets? Yeah, the majority of us, right? So choose trust. If we put out there the concept that I trust you, it extends the welcoming for someone to live into that. If I say, I don't trust you, and I'm watching over you, how's that make you feel? Do you like, exactly. It just feels off-putting, right? Versus if I welcome you, I choose to trust you, you want to lean into those relationships. So the first step is choose to trust, but that sounds so hard. How do we do it? So here's what we did with Islands Health. We asked them to imagine what a trusting relationship would look like. Everyone got 3 stickies, 3 sticky notes in this workshop that they did at Victoria University. They wrote down their adjectives. Remember their starting adjectives: distrustful, toxic, bullying. We said, what would a good relationship look like? Words like trusting, collaborative, and respectful. Well, how did they get there? Behaviors. Behaviors got them there. So we challenged them. We took those words and we put them on flip charts at the top, at the front of the room. So over here were their old words, and over here were their wanted, their desired words. And we did a series of exercises. And we said, I challenge you every day, every hour, every minute of this meeting, use words, use behaviors that live into a trusting environment. We gave them 3 exercises. So they went through these exercises one at a time. The first one was a buddy system. So after we shared their compatibility and trust assessments, they were kind of, oh my gosh, this is worse than we thought. So we sent them to lunch. And we had only a couple of rules. No work. You're stressed out from work. We're going to work on trust. So pick someone that you don't know very well and go to lunch with them. The lunch was on site, but we gave them an hour and a half for lunch. And it was in a really nice setting because they could take their lunch, they could go outside, they could get in little private, we call them 2-in-a-boxes. And we said, don't talk about work, talk about anything else. Get to know the other person, their pets, their kids, what they do for hobbies. What do you think? Was the other guy toxic and bullying? Or were they just normal people? It was an aha. They had not even met most of the people on the other side. And now they could go, that's right. These people aren't evil. We were just in an evil situation that had been exacerbated by bad behavior. The second thing we did was called the elephants in the room. So again, everyone got little stickies, and they got to write down an elephant. Now, this is interesting because you get to put things in the room that you normally wouldn't talk about. Some of these stickies, they were folded up so small. No one wanted to talk about that. And we had them drop it into a hat, fully anonymous. And then we took out the elephants. We classified into themes while they were on break. And all of a sudden, the air lifted. Wow. We could talk about things that we never talked about before. The last tool that we gave them was called the expectation sharing matrix. Here, we had them pick a two-in-a-box partner, someone on the other side that was similar to who they might work with or that they wanted to know better. They then went through the sharing matrix and shared how they like to work. Here's what I like to do. What do you like to do? How do you like to be communicated with? What are your expectations? So these 3 simple tools, which you can email me and I'll send you, are game-changing in turning around relationships. I want to play a little audio clip from one of the doctors that was there at the workshop.
You looked at the graphs with the words of how we felt, and when you looked at the one at the beginning of the 3 days and how profoundly negative it was, to the one at the end of 3 days, and you know, there was all this hope.
There was all this hope. They were in a period of despair. And by just simply challenging them, what does a trusting relationship look like? What behaviors would you have? And letting them talk about trust and how to build trust, game changer, transformational.